Well, let me just say good morning and good afternoon to everyone. I'm joined by our Council President, Miguel A. Melendez Jr., Simeon Bannister, the President and CEO of the Rochester Area Community Foundation, as well as John Paul Perez, Executive Director of Community Impact and ESL Federal Credit Union, and the team here that really worked to put this together, including our Commissioner, Dana Miller's here, and the rest of our folks. I want to thank you all for joining us here today and for our partners for being here as well. And we are here today to announce some exciting and critical next steps as it relates to the Neighbors in Action Program, or NIA initiative. You will remember that I announced NIA in September, a program designed to empower and support residents to come together and take purposeful action to strengthen and beautify their neighborhoods. NIA is Swahili, and it means purpose. And it's one of the principles of Kwanzaa, of shared commitment to finding and pursuing collective goals. The initiative draws inspiration from the foundational work of the Neighbors Building Neighbors program launched nearly 30 years ago by former Mayor Bill Johnson. We were just reminiscing about that program before we all came out here. And back then, NBN became a national model for government and civic collaboration, sparking hundreds of community-driven projects. NIA builds on that legacy and has been refreshed and reimagined to meet the needs of our city into the future. Since September, the program has been designed with community input from every corner of the city. We've gathered ideas from hundreds of residents and built the program around what we heard from them. Also, since September, and you'll hear from these folks in a second, ESL and the Community Foundation have stepped up to help finance and administer NIA throughout the city of Rochester. Each of us, all three organizations, the city, ESL, and the Community Foundation, have committed $100,000 to fund this effort. And all of us are bringing meaningful grant-making expertise and community relationships to the program and will commit representatives to serve on the application review committee. Rochester Area Community Foundation will hold, manage, and disperse the grants, and the City of Rochester has created 4 new positions in our neighborhood service centers to help coordinate NIA and build capacity in our neighborhoods. I cannot thank these 2 partners enough. ESL Federal Credit Union, the Rochester Area Community Foundation, and the City of Rochester each share a commitment to fostering collaboration, encouraging creative ideas, and empowering residents to shape the future of our communities. Together, we will give Rochester residents the tools they need to turn their dreams into action. I'll never tire of saying, "we, not me." It is the only way that we will achieve the promise of our city. "We, not me" is at the heart of NIA. The Community Foundation has been a pillar of support for countless local initiatives, and their involvement in NIA is yet another example of their commitment to fostering meaningful change in our city, and we are so grateful for their efforts. Before I call up the President and CEO of the Community Foundation, I want to bring up our Council President, who was a part of the planning committee as we were coming up with NIA, but also I want him to speak as a member of Rochester City Council, but more importantly, as its president. Mr. President.
Yes, sir. Well, good afternoon, everyone. NIA is such an exciting project. I think that, whenever we can get resources in the hands of community members who know their neighborhoods, who understand the things that are happening on the ground on their street, and can really utilize those resources to catalyze momentum and improve quality of life in our city, that is a effort that is well spent by city government. And I'm thankful for everyone who's been working on this project for some time. I'm a firm believer that the greatest assets in the city of Rochester actually are people and people in neighborhoods. And this resource will provide opportunity for us to really organize again. I do want to highlight, though, the effort that the City of Rochester is also putting into the Neighborhood Service Center. I think by having a staff member at each quad Neighborhood Service Center to help catalyze and mobilize people and to provide some technical assistance and support to get applications in to this process is critical. And so I'm very thankful to the administration, to ESL, the Community Foundation, and all others who have been part of this project and process, because I think this will make a significant impact on quality of life in the city of Rochester. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I want to call up the president and CEO of the Rochester Area Community Foundation. Again, we are so grateful for the Community Foundation and the leadership of Simeon Bannister for helping us launch this initiative. Mr. President.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, and we're really grateful for the opportunity to collaborate and partner. Yesterday, many of us celebrated Martin Luther King Day, and we know that one of the concepts that Dr. King talked about was this idea of the beloved community. I'm so excited about this particular project because it takes us from the concept of a beloved community where everybody is empowered to engage to the reality. We're turning this into something that you can see, touch, and hopefully participate in. At the Community Foundation, we have been in the business of promoting strong and stable neighborhoods, and it's been a long-time commitment. We started giving out small grants to enthusiastic Rochester residents and block clubs and neighborhood associations through the Neighborhood program back in 1998. Now, as a quick reminder, 1998 was the same year that Google was founded, and also the final episode of Seinfeld aired. So it goes back a little bit. Now, over the years, we've had an opportunity to see just how transformative these kinds of efforts could be. Efforts that come from grassroots organizations that are embedded, as our council president said, in the neighborhoods, that truly get lit up about an idea. Now, I mentioned Google earlier, and they, like Apple, NVIDIA, and others, have leveraged technology and consumer insights to advance profitability. In a similar vein, NIA gives us the opportunity to leverage technology and the insights of our citizens to advance the public good. The launch of NIA represents an incredible leap forward for this kind of neighborhood investment in Rochester, and it does it in three quick ways. One way is that we're using insights derived from successful companies like Wegmans that talk to consumers and use that input to drive decision-making. We are looking forward to what we're going to learn from residents to drive the grant-making decisions and other decisions amongst our partners here in the NIA program. The second way is that this program creates more available funding. Thanks to this partnership with the city and ESL, instead of doing what we've done in the past, alternating sides of the city year to year, the application process will be open to all neighborhoods. And that's a leap forward. That will be exciting. In fact, I got a call from one of our neighborhood leaders the other day who said, now, which side of the city are we on this year? And that's all sides of the city. So that will be thoroughly exciting for so many folks. And finally, this is an example of what collaboration and partnership looks like. The mayor mentioned the collaborative opportunities that we've had with the city and ESL as partners. We are so excited to translate that into something that you can touch, see, feel, and be a part of. And we encourage every citizen in the city of Rochester to make your voice heard, to let us know what's important to you, and to help us advance the public good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Simeon, and thank you for your partnership. And I mean, what we're so excited about as well is that it's great for me to be able to work with Simeon as an adult because we worked together as kids over 30 years ago. So it's great to be able to now be able to announce this collaboration together because this is really going to be, we believe, transformative for our neighborhoods. Neighbors has been acting for this, but it also fits into what we are already doing within the city of Rochester, be it our ambassador program, our Respect Rochester campaign, our street liaisons. This adds another tool in the toolbox to get people moving and working together. So I'm thankful for the Community Foundation. ESL has long demonstrated its commitment to building a stronger city of Rochester today and for generations to come. And their partnership in NIA is a testament to their dedication, and I'm so happy to hear from someone else who I knew for a long time. We go back, John Paul, back to our Catholic Family Center days when I was on the board. John Paul Perez, who was here representing ESL, who will speak about their role in this program. John Paul.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here today with Mayor Evans and representatives from the City of Rochester, as well as Simeon Bannister and the Rochester Area Community Foundation, as we celebrate this meaningful milestone together. This partnership reflects the power of collaboration and shared purpose. At ESL, one of the pillars of our funding focus is centered around supporting the strength of neighborhoods, Strong neighborhoods are the heartbeat of a thriving city, and today we reaffirm our commitment to investing in their success. This grant is about more than funding. It's about empowering residents and supporting connection. By opening this opportunity to everyone, as Simeon said, we're sending a clear message that every neighborhood in the city of Rochester matters and plays a role in fostering growth and resilience in our city's vibrant communities. None of this would be possible without the collective efforts of everyone you see here today. We thank our partners for sharing in this vision and for making today's announcement possible. We also thank our community for their input, their passion, their expertise, and dedication to guide us in developing this program. We're excited to see how our residents continue to come together to build stronger, more connected neighborhoods. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, John Paul. Partners like both of these folks here help Rochester become a thriving city that delivers hope and opportunity for all. People don't realize that there is not infinite money anywhere. So you have to see how you can collaborate and work together. And that is what we have been able to do here, and that is what we do on so many projects. You can't do anything alone. The mayor does not have a magic wand. I used to joke with people and say, yeah, I come in with my briefcase, but there's no magic wand in that briefcase. I don't take it up and say, hey, we're going to do this. I have to call and rely on great partners and good friends, and I couldn't have greater partners and greater friends than over at ESL and the Community Foundation, so I'm so grateful for them. I'm also excited to confirm that applications are now open. Now, they're open, right? All right, they are open. Applications are now open. To apply for a NIA grant, visit cityofrochester.gov/NIA. cityofrochester.gov/NIA. So your block club, your nonprofit organization, your neighborhood group, you have the opportunity to apply for these funds, and I cannot wait to celebrate with you if you are selected to be able to access these funds. Now, folks have from now, so that's today, until 5 p.m. Friday, February 28th to get their applications in. And I can tell you these applications are not rocket science. It's not like filling out your taxes or anything like that. These are very simple applications. We wanted to make them very user-friendly, and they are very low barrier. I can tell you that our partners made sure that they were low barrier. Everyone in the city made sure that they are low barrier. These are low barrier applications, and really what we're looking for is for you to tell a story of how your community can help transform their neighborhood by using these seed dollars that will help you plant seeds that will bloom in our community for years to come. So again, that's cityofrochester.gov/NIA, and folks have from now until 5 p.m. on Friday, February 28th to get applications in. Your next question may be, when are you going to announce the grant applications? So this great team are moving at warp speed. Grant awards will be announced on Monday, March 31st. So by spring, we will be springing forward with a lot of good NIA projects. And I am so excited to see what kind of creative solutions are sparked and what compelling partnerships are created. NIA outcomes will include beautification, placemaking, and other projects that strengthen social connections and foster neighborhood pride. This is all about neighborhood pride. But NIA is more than a grant program. It's a movement. It's about creating a city where every resident feels empowered to contribute to their community, where small actions lead to big changes, and where we work together to make Rochester a cleaner, safer, and more connected community. It is our neighbors that will be lighting the spark to help bring change. They always have. They always have. And I was a part of being in those neighborhood groups. I was a part of it. So I know what can happen. So to every Rochester resident, I invite you to join us in this effort. Whether you rent or you own a home or have a business in the city, your ideas and energy are what make Rochester great. So again, visit cityofrochester.gov, NIA to apply, rally your neighbors, and let's work together to turn these visions into a reality. And again, as we close, I want to thank ESL Federal Credit Union and Rochester Area Community Foundation for your active and important roles in this initiative. And thank you all to the residents who will make Neighbors in Action a success. Together, we are building a brighter future for Rochester. Thank you, and let's get to work. I will take any questions from the media on topic, which means related to NIA. If you're going to ask me anything about NIA, you're going to have to ask me off podium. I may take a few after that, but questions about NIA, yes. It's very flexible. It could be to do a neighborhood cleanup project. It could be something to bring social cohesion to the community. Maybe you want to have a block party. There used to be a time in the city where every neighborhood had block parties. Maybe you want to plant flowers. I mean, so this is for things that will bring neighbors together. The sky's the limit. The application is very flexible in what it is people may want to do. But the whole idea of this is that it's bringing neighbors together to solve a challenge. And the application dollar amount goes up to $10,000. So it can be from as few as a couple of $100s to all the way up to $10,000 for projects. But they will range based upon the needs of the neighbors. And here's the good part: we're not telling neighbors what we want them to do. Now, we have ideas of things we want to see, but they will come to us and say, here's an idea that we've been talking about in our block club for a long time. Wouldn't it be cool if we had this? And if we just had $3,000, we could do this. And that is what we hope to be able to see from this. And as always, we always report back to the community what's happening, and we want to tell these stories. We really want to be able to lift up a lot of these stories so that way it can inspire other people to continue to do this, and that we want this to continue to grow. The other thing is that one of the reasons I also enlisted the support of the Community Foundation and ESL is we also wanted to have partners outside of city government, so that way we won't have what happened last time when NBN was around. Somebody leaves, someone doesn't like the name NIA, and they say, we're going to get rid of this. Well, guess what? We now have community partners that can say, no, we want to continue to do this program. So this program, it is our hope that this program will also outlast any of us. And 20 years from now, there will be other people talking about NIA and NBN, because they are related, but we want it to continue to stay. Any last questions? Yep.
Just one other quick point. The Neighborhood program and the way that it ran had grants that went up to about $2,000 to $2,500. And so you heard that now the NIA program will allow for up to $10,000. And again, that's because of the collaborative partnership with the city, ESL, and the Community Foundation. That's creating more resources and more opportunity for our neighbors.
Thank you. And I just want to say to Mr. Bannister here, at my State of the City in 2022, you remember, he said, Mayor, we're gonna work on one big initiative in the next year. And right after that is when we started having these conversations at the Community Foundation. So I'm so grateful for ESL and the Community Foundation for making this a reality. If there are not any further questions, I'll ask that you spread the word in your respective places and stations. Remember, you have up until February 28th to apply, and by March, we will be announcing the first round of awardees for this great program. Again, I want to thank everyone for coming, all of our partners, all of the city staff, all of the Community Foundation staff, all of the ESL staff for working together, Council President, for putting this together and making this a reality. Let's get to work, and we will move with purpose. Thank you.